Is it possible for one person to hold a nation's heart, to embody hope so profoundly that their actions ripple across an entire continent? What if that person walked among us unrecognized, revealing a truth that would forever change how we see the world? Ibrahim Traoré, a name synonymous with courage, vision, and an unwavering commitment to his people. But this isn't just a story about a leader. It's about a man who chose to understand the depths of human suffering firsthand. Imagine a cold, unforgiving night. The city sleeps, but for some, sleep is a luxury. Shadows huddle in doorways, seeking refuge from the biting wind. This is the world of the homeless, a world often ignored, a world Ibrahim Traoré chose to enter. He shed his title, his power, his security. He became just another face in the crowd, seeking shelter, seeking warmth, seeking a moment of respite from the relentless storm of poverty. He walked into a homeless shelter, unnoticed, unacknowledged. The air inside was thick with the scent of stale coffee and desperation. Wary eyes darted around, filled with suspicion and a deep-seated sense of abandonment. Ibrahim Traoré found a quiet corner, observing, listening, feeling the weight of their collective despair. Days turned into nights. He shared meager meals, listened to heartbreaking stories, and witnessed the raw, unfiltered reality of life on the streets. He saw the resilience of the human spirit, the small acts of kindness that flickered like embers in the darkness. He met a young mother named Ida, clutching her child close, her eyes filled with a fierce determination to protect him. He heard the stories of lost jobs, broken families, and the crushing weight of a system that seemed designed to keep them down. He listened to an old man named Samuel, a former teacher, who spoke of better days with a wistful smile. Samuel had lost everything to a devastating illness, and now found himself alone and forgotten. Ibrahim's heart ached with each story, each shared moment of pain and vulnerability. He wasn't just observing, he was connecting, empathizing, becoming one with the people he had sworn to serve. He helped serve meals, cleaned floors, and offered a listening ear to anyone who needed it. He became known simply as Ibrahim, a kind stranger who offered a moment of comfort in a world of hardship. No one suspected his true identity. He was just another person down on their luck, seeking solace and understanding. He blended in seamlessly, becoming a part of the fabric of the shelter. One evening, as the shelter buzzed with the usual pre-dinner activity, a heated argument erupted between two men over a blanket. The tension in the room was palpable, threatening to erupt into violence. Ibrahim stepped in, his voice calm and steady. "Brothers," he said, "we are all here together. We are all facing the same struggles. Let us not fight amongst ourselves. Let us share what we have and support each other." His words, spoken with genuine compassion, diffused the situation. The men, surprised by his intervention, lowered their voices and eventually agreed to share the blanket. Ida, the young mother, watched Ibrahim with a newfound respect. She had seen him help others countless times, always with a gentle hand and a kind word. She felt drawn to his quiet strength and unwavering empathy. Later that evening, Ida approached Ibrahim. "Ibrahim," she said, "you are a good man. You have a kind heart. I don't understand why you are here, but I am grateful for your presence." Ibrahim smiled gently. "Ida," he said, "we are all here for a reason. We are all connected. We must help each other through these difficult times." He paused, his eyes filled with emotion. "I have something to tell you," he continued. "My name is Ibrahim." Ida's eyes widened in disbelief. She recognized the name, of course. Everyone in Burkina Faso knew the name Ibrahim. He was their leader, their hope, their inspiration. You are the president," she stammered. a voice trembling. Ibrahim nodded, his expression humble. "I am," he said. "But here, I am. Just Ibrahim. I wanted to understand your struggles firsthand. I wanted to see the world through your eyes." A wave of shock and disbelief rippled through the shelter. People stopped what they were doing and stared at Ibrahim, their faces etched with surprise and awe. Samuel, the old teacher, approached Ibrahim, tears welling up in his eyes. "President," he said, his voice choked with emotion, I don't know what to say. I am humbled by your presence here." Ibrahim embraced Samuel warmly. "Samuel," he said, "you are a teacher. You have dedicated your life to educating others. I am the one who is humbled by your service." The news of Ibrahim's presence spread like wildfire through the shelter. People gathered around him, eager to hear his words, to touch his hand, to feel the presence of their leader in their midst. He spoke to them not as a president, but as a fellow human being, sharing their pain, acknowledging their struggles, and offering them hope for a better future. "I have seen your resilience," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "I have witnessed your strength. I promise you, I will not forget you. I will do everything in my power to create a society where no one is left behind." His words resonated deeply with everyone in the shelter. They felt seen, heard, and valued. For the first time in a long time, they felt hope. The next morning, news of Ibrahim's undercover visit spread beyond the shelter, reaching the ears of the nation and beyond. The world was stunned by his humility, his courage, and his unwavering commitment to his people. The story became a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of empathy and human connection. It inspired countless acts of kindness and compassion, reminding people that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found. Ibrahim's actions sparked a national conversation about poverty, inequality, and the need for social justice. He launched new initiatives to address the root causes of homelessness, providing job training, affordable housing, and access to health care. He empowered local communities to take ownership of their own development, fostering a sense of self-reliance and collective responsibility. He believed that the solutions to their problems lay within themselves, and he was determined to provide them with the resources and support they needed to succeed. He implemented policies to promote education, healthcare, and economic opportunity for all citizens, regardless of their background or circumstances. He believed that everyone deserved a chance to reach their full potential, and he was committed to creating a society where that was possible. He championed the rights of women and girls, ensuring that they had equal access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. He believed that empowering women was essential to building a strong and prosperous society. He fought corruption and promoted transparency in government, ensuring that public resources were used for the benefit of all citizens. He believed that accountability was essential to building trust and confidence in government. He fostered a culture of dialogue and reconciliation, bringing together people from different backgrounds and perspectives to work together for the common good. He believed that unity was essential to building a strong and resilient nation. His leadership inspired a new generation of young Africans to get involved in their communities and to work towards a better future for their continent. He empowered them to become leaders themselves, providing them with the skills and resources they needed to make a difference. He traveled across Africa, sharing his vision of a united and prosperous continent. He inspired people to believe in themselves and to work together to overcome the challenges they faced. He became a symbol of hope for the entire African continent, a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in darkness. His unwavering commitment to his people, his humility, and his courage inspired millions to believe that a better future was possible. He showed the world that true leadership is not about power or privilege, but about service and sacrifice. It's about putting the needs of others before your own and working tirelessly to create a more just and equitable world. He proved that empathy is not a weakness, but a strength. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, to understand their struggles, and to work together to find solutions. He demonstrated that even the smallest acts of kindness can make a big difference in the lives of others. A listening ear, a helping hand, a word of encouragement can be enough to lift someone out of despair and give them hope for the future. He reminded us that we are all connected, that we are all part of the same human family. We must treat each other with respect, compassion, and understanding. He taught us that true change starts from within. We must be willing to examine our own biases and prejudices, and to work towards creating a more inclusive and equitable society. He showed us that leadership is not about holding a title or position, but about taking action and making a difference in the world. Anyone can be a leader, regardless of their background or circumstances. He inspired us to believe in the power of hope, even in the face of adversity. Hope is what keeps us going when things are tough. It's what motivates us to keep fighting for a better future. He reminded us that we are all capable of greatness. We all have the potential to make a positive impact on the world. We just need to believe in ourselves and to take action. He showed us that the world needs more leaders like him, leaders who are willing to put the needs of others before their own, leaders who are committed to creating a more just and equitable world. The people in the shelter were forever changed by Ibrahim's visit. They saw him not just as a president, but as a human being who cared deeply about their well-being. They felt empowered to take control of their lives and to work towards a better future. Aida, the young mother, was inspired to start a small business, selling handmade crafts at the local market. With the support of a microloan program initiated by Ibrahim's government, she was able to provide for her child and to create a better life for herself. Samuel, the old teacher, was given a new lease on life. He was offered a job tutoring children at a local community center. He was grateful for the opportunity to share his knowledge and to make a difference in the lives of young people. The shelter itself became a symbol of hope and transformation. It was renovated and expanded, providing more space and resources for the homeless. It became a place where people could find not only shelter, but also support, guidance, and a sense of community. Ibrahim's actions inspired other leaders around the world to take similar steps, to connect with their people on a deeper level and to address the root causes of poverty and inequality. His legacy lived on long after his visit to the shelter, inspiring countless acts of kindness and compassion. He showed the world that true leadership is about serving others and making a positive impact on the world. But the story doesn't end there. The impact of Ibrahim's actions rippled far beyond the walls of the homeless shelter, touching the lives of countless individuals and communities across Africa. He championed sustainable development initiatives, promoting renewable energy, responsible resource management, and environmental conservation. He believed that protecting the environment was essential to ensuring a sustainable future for all. He invested in infrastructure projects, building roads, bridges, and railways to connect communities and to facilitate trade and economic growth. He believed that infrastructure was essential to unlocking the potential of the African continent. He promoted regional integration, working with other African leaders to create a stronger and more unified continent. He believed that unity was essential to achieving peace, prosperity, and stability in Africa. He advocated for African solutions to African problems, rejecting foreign interference and promoting self-reliance. He believed that Africans were capable of solving their own problems and that they should be given the opportunity to do so. He challenged the existing global order, calling for a more just and equitable system that would benefit all nations, not just the wealthy and powerful. He believed that the world needed a new paradigm, one based on cooperation, solidarity, and mutual respect. He became a voice for the voiceless, a champion for the marginalized, and a symbol of hope for the oppressed. He inspired people around the world to stand up for what they believe in and to fight for a better future. His leadership was not without its challenges. He faced opposition from powerful interests who sought to maintain the status quo. He was criticized by those who did not understand his vision. But he remained steadfast in his commitment to his people and to his principles. He never wavered in his belief that a better future was possible, and he never gave up on his dream of a united and prosperous Africa. He inspired a new generation of leaders to emerge, leaders who shared his vision and his values. He mentored young people, providing them with the skills and resources they needed to make a difference in the world. He created a legacy of hope, a legacy of change, a legacy of leadership that will continue to inspire generations to come. Ibrahim's story is a reminder that one person can make a difference in the world. It's a reminder that true leadership is about serving others and making a positive impact on the lives of those around us. It's a reminder that empathy, compassion, and courage are essential qualities for any leader. It's a reminder that we all have the potential to make a difference in the world, no matter how small our actions may seem. It's a reminder that hope is a powerful force, capable of overcoming even the most daunting challenges. It's a reminder that we must never give up on our dreams of a better future. It's a reminder that we are all connected, that we are all part of the same human family. We must treat each other with respect, compassion, and understanding. It's a reminder that the world needs more leaders like Ibrahim, leaders who are willing to put the needs of others before their own, leaders who are committed to creating a more just and equitable world. So, what can we learn from Ibrahim's story? What can we do to emulate his leadership and to make a positive impact on the world? We can start by practicing empathy, by trying to understand the perspectives of others, even those who are different from us. We can listen to their stories, learn from their experiences, and connect with them on a deeper level. We can volunteer our time to help those in need, whether it's serving meals at a homeless shelter, tutoring children at a community center, or simply offering a listening ear to someone who is struggling. We can support organizations that are working to address poverty, inequality, and injustice. We can donate our money, our time, or our skills to help them achieve their goals. We can advocate for policies that promote social justice, such as affordable housing, access to health care, and equal opportunities for all. We can contact our elected officials, write letters to the editor, or participate in peaceful protests. We can educate ourselves about the issues facing our communities and our world. We can read books, watch documentaries, and attend lectures to learn more about the challenges we face and the solutions that are available. We can challenge our own biases and prejudices. We can examine our own assumptions and beliefs and be willing to change our minds when we are presented with new information. We can speak out against injustice, even when it's difficult or unpopular. We can stand up for what we believe in and use our voices to advocate for change. We can inspire others to get involved. We can share Ibrahim's story with our friends, family, and colleagues and encourage them to take action. We can remember that even the smallest acts of kindness can make a big difference in the lives of others. A smile, a kind word, a helping hand can be enough to lift someone out of despair and give them hope for the future. We can believe in the power of hope. We can never give up on our dreams of a better future, even when things are tough. We can remember that we are all connected, that we are all part of the same human family. We must treat each other with respect, compassion, and understanding. We can strive to be leaders in our own lives, in our own communities, and in our own world. We can use our skills, our talents, and our passions to make a positive impact on the lives of those around us. Ibrahim's story is a call to action. It's a call to empathy, to compassion, to courage, and to leadership. It's a call to create a better world for all. Are we ready to answer that call? Are we ready to become the leaders that the world needs? Are we ready to make a difference? The choice is ours. The future is in our hands. Let us rise to the occasion and create a world where everyone has the opportunity to live a life of dignity, purpose, and fulfillment. Let us remember the lessons of Ibrahim and strive to emulate his leadership in our own lives. Let us be the change we want to see in the world. Let us build a future where hope prevails, where justice reigns, and where love conquers all. The image of Ibrahim standing among the homeless, a leader indistinguishable from the led, serves as a potent symbol. It challenges our preconceptions about power and service, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable truths about inequality and human dignity. It begs the question, what are we willing to do to bridge the gap? What will your legacy be? The act of stepping outside oneself, shedding the familiar comforts and privileges, and immersing oneself in the lives of others, is a profound and transformative experience. It's a journey that can dismantle preconceived notions, shatter illusions, and reveal the raw, unfiltered truth of the human condition. When someone of perceived power or influence chooses to temporarily relinquish that power, to walk among the marginalized and forgotten, the impact can be seismic. Imagine a figure known for their achievements and perhaps even their perceived distance from the struggles of everyday life, deciding to become invisible. They shed the trappings of their status, the carefully curated image, and adopt a guise that allows them to blend seamlessly into the background. They enter a space where hope is often a fragile commodity, where dreams are deferred indefinitely, and where the basic necessities of life are a constant battle. This space, perhaps a shelter, a soup kitchen, or a forgotten corner of the city, is populated by individuals who have been battered by circumstance, betrayed by fate, or simply overlooked by a society that prioritizes progress over compassion. They are the invisible people, the ones we often choose not to see, the ones whose stories remain untold and unheard. Our figure, now disguised, observes. They listen. They engage in quiet conversations, offering a helping hand, a listening ear, and a moment of genuine connection. They witness firsthand the struggles, the resilience, and the unwavering spirit of those who have been pushed to the margins. They see the hunger in their eyes, the weariness in their posture, and the quiet desperation that permeates the air. But something extraordinary happens. A moment of recognition, a slip of the tongue, a gesture that betrays the carefully constructed facade. The disguise begins to crumble, and the true identity of the figure is revealed. The reaction is immediate and profound. Surprise, disbelief, and a surge of emotion ripple through the room. Why this reaction? Because the act of someone in a position of power choosing to humble themselves, to walk among the less fortunate, is a powerful symbol of empathy and solidarity. It sends a message that these individuals are not forgotten, that their struggles are seen and acknowledged, and that someone cares enough to step outside their own world and enter theirs. The revelation is not just about the identity of the figure, it's about the human connection that is forged in that moment. It's about the realization that we are all interconnected, that our fates are intertwined, and that even the smallest act of kindness can have a ripple effect that extends far beyond the immediate situation. The impact of this experience is transformative, not only for those who witness it, but also for the figure who undergoes it. They are forever changed by the faces they have seen, the stories they have heard, and the emotions they have felt. They return to their world with a renewed sense of purpose, a deeper understanding of the human condition, and a burning desire to make a difference. This story serves as a powerful reminder that true leadership is not about power or prestige. It's about empathy, compassion, and a willingness to serve others. It's about recognizing the inherent dignity of every human being, regardless of their circumstances, and working to create a more just and equitable world for all. The act of disguise in this context becomes a tool for empathy, a way to break down barriers and connect with others on a deeper level. It allows us to see the world through their eyes, to understand their struggles, and to appreciate their resilience. But the disguise is only a temporary measure. The real work begins when the mask is removed, when the figure returns to their world and uses their influence to advocate for change. This is where the true test of their commitment lies. Will they simply return to their comfortable existence, content with the fleeting moment of connection they experienced? Or will they use their platform to raise awareness, to challenge systemic inequalities, and to create opportunities for those who have been marginalized? The answer to this question will determine the true legacy of their actions. It will determine whether their visit was merely a publicity stunt or a genuine act of compassion. The story also highlights the importance of visibility. The invisible people, the ones who are often overlooked and forgotten, need to be seen and heard. Their stories need to be told, their struggles need to be acknowledged, and their voices need to be amplified. By shining a light on their plight, we can begin to dismantle the stigma and prejudice that often surrounds poverty and homelessness. We can create a more compassionate and understanding society, one that values human dignity above all else. The emotional moment of revelation is a catalyst for change. It sparks a conversation, it raises awareness, and it inspires action. It reminds us that we all have a role to play in creating a more just and equitable world. We can all be agents of change, regardless of our position or status. We can all choose to see the invisible people, to hear their stories, and to offer a helping hand. We can all choose to be more compassionate, more empathetic, and more understanding. The story of the disguised figure is a story of hope, a story of human connection, and a story of the power of empathy. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is always the possibility of light, the possibility of change, and the possibility of a better future. It is a call to action, a challenge to step outside our comfort zones and to make a difference in the lives of others. It is a reminder that we are all interconnected, that our fates are intertwined, and that we all have a responsibility to create a more just and equitable world for all. The act of revealing one's true self, after a period of disguise, is a powerful metaphor for authenticity. It suggests that true connection can only be achieved when we are willing to be vulnerable, to be honest, and to be ourselves. The disguised figure, by shedding their facade, invites others to do the same. They create a space where vulnerability is valued, where authenticity is celebrated, and where genuine connection can flourish. This is the true power of the story, its ability to inspire us to be more authentic, more compassionate, and more connected to one another. It reminds us that we are all human, that we all struggle, and that we all need each other. The legacy of the disguised figure will not be measured by their achievements or their status, but by the impact they have on the lives of others. It will be measured by the number of people they have helped, the number of lives they have touched, and the number of hearts they have opened. In the end, that is what truly matters. The connections we make, the love we share, and the difference we make in the world. The story of the disguised figure reminds us that we all have the power to make a difference, no matter how small. We just need to be willing to step outside ourselves, to see the world through the eyes of others, and to act with compassion and empathy. The act of disguise and subsequent revelation serves as a potent reminder of the inherent value and dignity of every human being, regardless of their circumstances. It underscores the importance of empathy, compassion, and genuine connection in a world that often feels increasingly disconnected and divided. It challenges us to look beyond superficial appearances and to recognize the shared humanity that binds us all together. It is a call to action, urging us to embrace our shared responsibility to create a more just, equitable, and compassionate world for all, where no one is invisible and everyone has the opportunity to thrive.